Martine. Good morning, Canadian.
Good evening.
Thank you for your support to time with my friends.
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Thanks for joining.
I announced about this workshop to my friends and I organized them. Now they want to attend and then the list is completely 100, over 100.
So for the one list, it was for the English classes. So that one was full. But yeah, for this one, it got to 120 people, and then I closed it once it got to 120 people. But it's 120 for Burmese and English. So it doesn't mean that 120 people will show up. So we'll see how many actually show up.
That's great, excellent.
Yeah.
This training is very useful and efficient for us.
That's
Thank
awesome.
You.
Good morning, or good evening for everyone in Myanmar. It's morning my time, but evening your time.
Good evening, Lisa, and all the participants. Okay.
Okay, so there might be some new people this week. I had lots of people apply, but a lot of more people showed up to the Burmese class than to the English class, which is totally fine. But just for the people who might be new, I just wanted to explain that we offer these classes once a week. So every Saturday, so in Burmese, so the research writing is in Burmese at 9 a.m. and then in English at 7 p.m. And the teacher training is at 10:30 a.m. in Burmese and 8:30 p.m. in English. So it's the same in each of the languages, or almost the same. It's the same material, but it might be taught mildly, like slightly differently. But it's the same material for both classes in the morning and even in the evening, but one's in Burmese and one's in English. You're welcome to attend both, or to attend just in Burmese or just in English. And each week we'll be covering a different topic. We have about, I think I checked about 2 years worth of topics if we just keep going. So we'll see how it goes, how many topics we cover. And the plan is to just keep going and cover the topics over the next little while that we come up with. There's a list of the topics that can be found in the Google Classroom. This is just a rough draft of the topics that we're covering. We might add more as we go, or we might change things around a little bit as we go, just to see how things go. Yeah. So remember, if you want to attend the trainings, we email out the application form every week. So The application form, I think, is emailed out on Wednesday or Thursday. Please fill it in. Once you fill it in, we will then send out a Zoom link. And then based on that Zoom link, you can then attend in Burmese or English or both classes. So it's the same link for the Burmese class and same link for the English class. And it's the same link every week. So just so that everyone knows in case there's anyone that's new that's joining. So the objectives for this week are that participants will be able to use the internet sources for research while recognizing the pros and cons of these sources. Okay. So obviously we are happy you are here. If you are late or have technical issues, please join the conversation as you are able. Mute yourself when you are not talking, but please remember to unmute yourself when you do want to talk. We want to be able to hear everyone. Please complete the pre-session interactive slides and the post-session feedback forms. This will help us revise and develop course content. And if you have any questions or technical issues during this session, please send a message in the chat box indicating so or email us at info@hetgroup.com. Okay, so I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Lisa Vance. I've worked as an English teacher. I've taught environmental education. I've done teacher training before. And I've worked in Myanmar for Mo'u education in the past. So I'm going to be leading this training or this class. And just kind of to mention it, Kathleen helps with the slides, but currently she is on holiday, so she is still here, but she will not be as vocal with today's class. But she is still helping with some aspects of it. Okay, how well can you use the internet to conduct research? So I'd like you to show me with a show of hands. Not at all, a little bit more, or somewhat, quite well, or extremely well. So on the count of 3, show me with a number of fingers. I would prefer if you can open your camera and show me. If you cannot open your camera, you can type in the chat box 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. How well can you use the internet to conduct research? So you can show me with your fingers. 3. Let's see if anyone else has their video open. That's all that I can see. Okay. I'm going to look at the chat box. Oh no. My chat box sometimes disappears on me when I'm sharing my screen. 2 seconds, I'm going to stop. Okay, so we have 5, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 5. So a few people are quite comfortable. Some are not quite as comfortable. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. So how do you use the internet academically or professionally? So you can either tell me or you can message in the chat box. So can anyone tell me how they use it academically or professionally? So academically, good.
Both academically and professionally, or me.
What do they mean? So academically means like as far as university, how do you use it as far as your university? and professionally, like with your job. So it's kind of the same question. So how do you use it?
Yes,
So
for
for
academics, I use internet to search research paper and to communicate with others and making Zoom meeting with my office and with the head of department of our university. And then for my professional, I use internet connection to teach my extra time to the international students. This is my professional job.
very good. Anyone else? So lots of people said academically. Can anyone else explain how? Eric, do you have your hand raised? Oh, yes,
To
sir.
find out reference literature.
To find reference literature? Yeah,
Yeah.
preparing for a lecture.
Yes, not only lecture but also thesis, reference, journal, textbook, more textbook.
Makes sense. Okay, Eric, do you have your hand raised? Did you want to say something? I think you're muted if you're talking.
All right, we use the network to socialize, but those who are in the professional for they used to search for jobs. So these are the two main different between the two.
It definitely makes sense. Academically for searching journals like Science Direct, Springer, like that, searching reference for research. Good.
Yes, searching reference for research academically. For professionally, I'm searching for lecture preparing.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah. For listening and watching video, use the academically for search research papers. Yeah. So yeah, lots of different ways related to research and teaching. Does anyone know the history of the internet? So just very briefly, so the internet, I don't know a lot of information about it, but obviously like the internet was started in the 1960s in universities. So before it was ever in everyone's home, it was used by universities to share information. Yeah, to prepare lecture notes for students to get more information via the internet. Good. So yeah, it was used mostly by universities to share information, because obviously it's quite important that universities are able to share information. In the 2000s, is kind of when it really spread for individual use around the world. So I remember, yeah, like especially when we kind of had a little bit of internet when I was about 9 and 10 that we used. And that's kind of when it turned really big. I'm born in 1991. So around the early 2000s was when I can remember internet getting really big. And now obviously it's available all over the world. I don't know exactly when it became common in Myanmar. It might have been a little bit later, just because Myanmar was a little bit closed off from the rest of the world. So it might have been a little, I don't know. But it became, yeah.
Maybe 2000 to 2005.
2000 to 2005. Okay, so yeah, it's not that much later. How does the internet work? Like, what does it do? Pretty basic question.
Yeah, it can be used a lot of social media and communication.
Yeah, so it can be used for social media and communication. What else can it be used for?
Yeah, I use just now learning for my learning.
For
Use-
learning? Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. Just now I use it.
Yeah, especially during COVID-19, it's a good avenue for learning. But yeah, it sends information, obviously, photos, videos, text all over the world instantly, and allows access to previously unreachable sources. Um, so obviously before the internet, you had to go to a library to be able to find resources, journal articles, all that type of thing. And now you can find all of that information online. So it really opened things up to what knowledge and information people have access to everywhere, all over the world. And it made it all very instantaneous, which is quite useful. Why is it important, though, to evaluate sources you find on the internet?
Yeah, it can be, yeah, communicate quickly, and then it's easy to use.
So good, it's easy to use
Yeah.
for distance studying and searching in new words. Good, but why is it important to evaluate the sources? So why should you evaluate what you read on the internet?
Internet connection.
Evaluate process.
Connection.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Because I think because it's we have to decide whether the information on the internet is valid or not, or fake or not.
Yeah,
I think so.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So reliable or not, obviously, I would say that's the biggest issue with the internet. Anyone can post anything on the internet. So people can just make up things and post it on the internet, which is one of the biggest issues. Is more like an issue with news than it is with research, but it's still something you have to be careful about in anywhere that you get information on the internet. Is that when you have books, when you have obviously, like, say, even newspapers or things like that, a lot of times it's being checked, but the information on the internet, you have to double check and make sure that it's being checked. You have to make sure that you're checking to make sure things are peer reviewed if you're searching for research, that the textbooks are reliable, that type of thing. So some of the sources, yeah, are not trustworthy. Some sources, oops, I made that too big. So you have to make sure that you're visiting sites that are trustworthy. Government sites, academic research is obviously, if it's peer reviewed, but make sure you only search for articles that are peer reviewed. And then there's some that are not trustworthy, like blogs, YouTube channels, etc. There's people that try and put research out there, but it's not peer reviewed. It doesn't meet a certain standard. So you really have to check the research that you're analyzing or looking at. And then search engines, yeah, they might limit your results to what you want to see. It might not show up everything. So how can you evaluate information you find on the internet? So we just talked about why it's important to evaluate. How can you evaluate information?
Peer review.
Yeah, make sure it's peer reviewed.
For research paper, I can find the primary source.
Yeah, good. Yeah, make sure that you're going back and finding the primary sources. I saw it was definitely not a trustworthy source, but there was some kind of misinformation out there about COVID-19, and it uses citations from other sources. But if you check the actual sources, it does not use the citations correctly or the referencing correctly. So you have to make sure you go back and check the primary sources. So that's definitely good.
For some media, and we can find some news that may be fake. So we can search the history of the media or how it worked.
Yeah, you can definitely look at the history of it and how it works. And sometimes things just seem a little like if things seem a little bit questionable, check other sources. Like check multiple sources to kind of see about that information. And like check who else is referencing it. Check where it's kept. Like so can you verify where this information comes from? Who is the author of this text? What is their qualifications? Have they published a lot of material? Are they viewed as reputable in their field of study? Who is publishing this text? Is this group reliable? Is the publisher reliable? Is the journal it's published in reliable? Is it, because some journal publishers are not reliable. What is the purpose of this text? Does it have bias? Can you tell from reading it if it's biased in some way and it's not really following, it's not being objective? Does the article include citations to other trustworthy sources? When was this article published? So if it's from like 1980, it might be useful if it was a very, very, very important article, but if it's something that's not so important, maybe it's not relevant anymore. So is it relevant today still? So yeah, can you be accurate and objective? Okay, so I was going to do an activity in Pear Deck for this, but then I realized from the Burmese class that I think it'll be easier if I just give you maybe 1 minute in the chat box to write down all of the pros of using the internet. So you just have 1 minute to write down all of the pros. Or let's say 2 minutes. We'll give you 2 minutes to write down all of the pros. So I'm gonna do a stopwatch. Oh, just 1 second. Okay, 2 minutes. So ready, set, go. So you have 2 minutes. What are all the positives of using the internet? Okay, better access to education, easy communication, quick gain of awareness, saves time. Good. Anyone else? Quick research. Anyone else? Saves time, easily search at once, access to information, entertainment. Good. Fills a knowledge gap. Good. Massive resources. Good. Education. Good. Anyone else? Any other positives? Quick find everything I want to know. Excellent. Anything else? Selling and making money. Yeah. I mean, there's different, can search many ideas, can see the world, donations, getting value information about subjects, social relations, funding. Good. Anything else? Mapping, Google Maps, knowledge and entertainment. Communication. Saves time and get information before doing our research. Reduce costs of conducting research. Can use all Google products. Good. Yeah, there's a lot of Google products. Can extend social network. Good. Anyone else? Any other reasons? Any other pros? Advertising, read news. Can collaborate and can extend social community. Good. Bullying. I don't know if that's a positive, but yes, that's happened. That's more of a con. Okay. Searching everything. That's okay. Can improve life skills. Okay, let's stop there. Okay, so we'll do the same thing, but now we will look at cons. So we already have cyberbullying. So 2 minutes. Can you list all the cons or all the negatives of using the internet? So what are all the negatives? Cyberbullying, misinformation, yes. Security, yeah, things are not always very secure. People can like steal your identity. Fake news, addiction, yeah, you might get addicted to social media. Bad health, spend money and time chatting, yes. Spam, privacy. Sometimes information is wrong. There will be propaganda, yes. Be careful what sites you go to. Security, sharing fake news, envy of others, yes, if you see other people. Time consuming, time wasting by using social media a lot. Fake news. Good. What else? Anyone else? Any other cons or negatives? Waste time. Internet addiction. No face-to-face interaction. Yes, it's not as good for that. Fake friends. Yeah, you don't really know who your friends are as well if it's just on say like social media. Sometimes spend social media, yeah, sometimes too much time on it. Or waste time and addicted. Fake data. Yeah, you don't, maybe the data isn't as reliable. You don't know. Cost. Yeah, sometimes it can cost a lot, or you want to spend money. You want to buy things. Health issues, interference due to technical problems. Yes, you have lots of technical problems. Sharing ideas, obesity. You're sitting there on the computer instead of being out active. Too much dependence, wasting time. Knowledge sharing might be more of a positive. Violent, I assume that means violent images. Yeah, there's a lot of violent images on, you can see. Privacy issues, yes. Cheating easily via online. Yeah, like if there's a lot of people who offer like cheating opportunities. Okay, let's stop there. Oh, yeah, my phone's. Distance relations, wasting too much time, can destroy your eyes. Yeah, it's not always best for your eyes. Like if you're always staring at the screen, you should like be looking away. Spend money, buy media, market. Good. Okay, let's stop there. So yeah, there's lots of pros and cons to using the internet, and just making sure that you're thinking about these as you use it, both personally, professionally, overall, so teaching or whatever, and academically. So yeah, teaching, research, your personal life. Think about these pros and cons while you're using the internet. Okay, so in groups, you will have 15 minutes to research a site that can be used. So we're going to be looking at 3 sites. We are going to be looking at, I'm going to put it in the chat box. We're going to be looking at research. Oops, now I can't type. We're going to be looking at ResearchGate, Google Scholar, and Sci-Hub. So I'll quickly show you, I'm going to divide you into groups. Each group is only going to research one website, and then you're going to share the information. Let me open a new tab. So I will make the title of your group based on what you are researching. So let's see. Now it's being slow. So if you're the group that's called ResearchGate, I want you to make some notes. So you can make some notes about ResearchGate. You might have to go, if you don't already know, you might have to go on Google and use Google or the internet or a different search engine to find out what is ResearchGate and how can you use ResearchGate as part of research. If you're group 2, I would like you to write down what is Google Scholar and how can you use Google Scholar as part of your research. So again, you can use Google or a search engine to find information. And in your group, have one person share their screen and type the answers. Same with this one. So group, if you're Sci-Hub, please record the answers. What is Sci-Hub? How can you use Sci-Hub for research? So make sure one person shares their screen and explains about it. Again, use Google to find information if you already don't know about it. Okay. So I'm going to put the link to the Pear Deck here. And I am going to create 927. I guess I'm going to create 6 rooms. Okay, so room number 1 is going to be Research Gate. Room 2, I'm labeling it Research Gate. So look for the name of your group, of your breakout room. Google Scholar, Google Scholar, Sci-Hub, and Sci-Hub. So work together in your group to make some notes about it. Afterwards, I'm going to combine the groups together and you're going to discuss about what you learned to everyone. You're going to just present about, how many people do we have? You can just present, I think just present to everyone. I think we have enough time for that actually, about what you learned. Okay, assign 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll add one more to. Oh. There we go. Okay, so try and make notes with your group and you have 15 minutes. Then I will call you back. And then I would like you to share with everyone else about the topic that you brainstormed. And if you have any questions, please just hit the help button or you can send an email. Please go to your breakout room. Oh, I'll send you again. It's weird that it didn't send you. The title is ResearchGate. I'll move you to the other one. That's fine. So I think maybe if you can hit accept, it'll move you, and it'll move you. It's ResearchGate.
Topic. Sachi is useful.
Useful topic, I think.
Sachi for
Some information.
meeting finish.
I can add you to a group. Let me just. It says that you're. Let me see where you're supposed to be. I'll move you. I don't know why it's. Just 1 second. Does it pop up asking you to join? There we go.
I'm back.
You're back. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, I'll just put you in a different room. Sorry.
Okay.
It's not working for that room. I don't know why. music stopped. Hello, Yeomint Moss. Kathleen. Kathleen, that's the wrong slides. I just noticed that's cognitivism.
Hold on.
There we go.
Hold on, trade off so computer နဲ့မလုပ်တာမတရားကိုဒါနဲ့ငါကွန်ပျူတာနဲ့ငါကွန်ပျူတာနဲ့ကငါရေးရမှာငါရေးရမှာကွန်ပျူတာနဲ့
Makana.
ရေးလိုက်တာဘယ်ရောက်သွားမှမသိရေးတော့ရေးလိုက်တာပဲ
ဟိုသူတို့ save သွားမှာပါ
We'll just do it as this. Okay, so now that we're all back, can the groups or one of the groups or both the groups or whoever who looked up about ResearchGate, can someone explain about ResearchGate to everyone? What is ResearchGate and how can you use ResearchGate to help with research?
Yes, Lisa. To be honest, we are in charge of research group, but we have difficulty to share screen. But we have written.
That's okay. How about the other
Yes.
group?
Research Gate is an academic social networking site.
Yeah, an academic social networking site. Yeah, definitely. Okay, there we go. Good.
It is the professional network for scientists and researchers. There are over 90 million members all over the world used to share, discuss research.
Definitely good. Yeah, so yeah, it's yeah, social networking site. Good. For scientists and researchers to share, as it says, research work and papers, can ask questions. The SearchGate is suitable search engine not only for searching articles, but also submit published journals. If you have questions, you can also ask researchers or scientists questions on there and they will answer you. If you want to view some of their published work or some of their work, you can also contact them to ask them to view it. So let's quickly look at it. ResearchGate. I'm just gonna quickly, so everyone can quickly take a look. If my computer loads. So this is ResearchGate. You can log in, join for free, discover research. So you can see what's connect with your scientific community. You can view different topics, measure your impact. So you can figure out who's reading your work, who's citing it. So lots of different things that you can do on there. I don't know what happens if, so yeah, you can see different questions if you see here. Don't know what that exactly is, but yeah, lots of different questions and answers, lots of different researchers, different fields. You can talk to them. You can look up different types of research. So excellent. Yeah, so that's one website, obviously, that can be quite useful to research. Okay. Next one was, let me just check which one was next. Next one was Google Scholar.
I would like to share.
Yeah.
Screen. Okay. Yes, I use Microsoft Word for my paper write down. It can be used search engine for various research informations. It included articles, author histories, author profile, and research sources. And it can search research article text primary sources, and can also search secondary sources and use citation and reliable data. We can get reliable data and sources. We can submit our research paper. It can be used as a comprehensive uses for researcher. And we can use references by using Research Scholar. It can be easily copy the reference types. We can get so many reference types, for example, Oxford APA, and we can use from the Google Scholar citation. It is a big library and can easily use and can download. It is a pre-published chances, and it advanced in 2004. It is a big library, such Willie, Taylor, and Francis, and so many big library. That's all.
Excellent, very good. That's a good summary about it. How about the other group? Did the other group want to present about it?
I would like to present about group,
Yeah.
our beloved group 3. Sci-Hubs. Yes, Sci-Hub, it was founded in 2011 by Alexandra Ember's Shadow Library website. Platform provides free access to over 80 millions of research paper and book for direct download, legal, illegal, without regard to copyrights. Sci-Hub store paper in own repository, and additionally, the paper downloaded by Sci-Hubs are also stored in the own database. It can be downloaded full paper by putting DOI URL link to the search box for free articles. This is quite good for our researcher in Myanmar because our research funding is very poor in Myanmar. So free download is relevant for our researcher. Almost 99% of all download from science publisher worldwide in 2020. Our group search about Sci-Hub this information.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Any other groups that would like to share? Okay, I'll just quickly show the websites very quickly. So we have Google Scholar, which was kind of presented about. So yeah, you can, it's just like Google in that you can search for different topics. I'm not even sure what to search for. If I put education, I don't know, education system. And then, but instead of Google where it shows everything, it focuses on research articles, research PDFs, books, things that are more academic. So it's an academic search engine, and you can customize it on the side. You can create alerts. There's lots you can do with it, but we're not going to get into all of it now. So, and then we have Sci-Hub. So, oops, didn't mean to add that. That's fine though. So I will admit, like for me, when I was going to university, I never used a website like Sci-Hub because my universities always paid for all the journals. But I will say that I noticed when I was in Myanmar that many of the universities are not paying for journals. I don't know, or they don't have the funding to pay for journals. So in case you, like for me, I had access because my universities would pay, but in case you need access, you can put in the URL or the DOI, and then it has a lot of the research articles in this system. It doesn't have everything. It might not always work, but it has like most of them, as was mentioned. So if you want to get behind a paywall, this is a good site to use. And it is illegal, but I will say personally, it is publishers that make money off of research and not researchers. So I don't feel that bad about people having access to the research, especially if your university can't afford thousands of dollars to be able to share the research with everyone. Okay, we're almost out of time, I think. So let's go here. So just a quick summary. How will you use the internet for academic research? Either if you want to tell me or if you want to put it in the chat box. Just a quick review question. So going forward, how will you use the internet for academic research?
By searching primary sources text, then we will confirm some of the results.
from other researchers that may be reliable or not.
Excellent. Good. Yeah, definitely.
As search engines for doing for conducting researches. Yeah.
For search engines, yep, definitely. Searching references.
Yeah, search
Yep.
engines. Yes.
Okay, good. So show of fingers again. How well can you use the internet to conduct research? Not at all. A little bit, somewhat, quite well, or extremely well. So you can show me the fingers. If you can't turn on your camera, you can type in the chat box. So 1, 2, 3. How well can you use the
well.
internet to conduct
Quite well.
research?
Yes.
Now, quite well. Okay. 4, 3, and let me check the chat box because lots of people. 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. So a little bit more than at the beginning. Yeah, there's like so much you can do with the internet. So it's not a lot we can discuss in 1 hour, but that's just a quick overview. 3, 3, 3. Okay, course feedback. I'm going to add the feedback form, maybe, if my sometimes it's getting a little slow. I'm going to put the course feedback form in the chat box. I will also be emailing it out. It's the same form for in Burmese and in English. So you can decide if you want to fill it in once. If you attend both, I mean, you can decide if you want to fill it in once, or if you want to fill it in twice. It's up to you to decide. And we do, obviously, I read through all of the comments. Some changes we can make and some we can't. I know some people have asked for the classes to be longer, but like currently it's just not possible for us to make them longer. It just takes too much time. And yeah, we have other things that we're working on as well. Okay, so it's there. As part of the email, we will also be sending out a link to the Google Classroom. We store all of the slides and all of the videos and all of the material in the Google Classroom for all of the classes. So you can click on the link from the email and you can join the Google Classroom if you would like. I will probably add the slides. I usually add the slides either like about on Sunday. Sometimes I'm a little bit later, but I usually try and get all the material added on Sunday. It just takes a while to get everything uploaded to YouTube and stuff for all the videos. But yeah, I try and get it uploaded for Sunday, and then you have access to all of it if you want to check back and look at it. Next week's topic is we're going to be looking specifically at databases and the different publishing databases that are out there that you can use. So the different major publishers that you can use to find journal articles, I would say. Also, we will have the syllabus, the research writing syllabus in the Google Classroom. It's just a rough draft as we might change or add or move things around as we go, but just so that you have an idea of the different topics that we will be covering. And again, we will be having a class every Saturday, so please join in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. These are the references. So thank you very much. And yeah, I guess bye-bye. But if you have questions,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Next week.
See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye. I'll just stay a couple of minutes to see if anyone has questions. Thank you. So I think there's no questions. So thank you very much and bye-bye.